This video was brought to you by Skillshare. More on that later.
In the grimdark future, there is only war. However, in the future setting that is Rimworld, there is only war crimes. That being said, time to talk about a set of mods relating to the Warhammer 40k setting. A combination of arms, armor, aliens, and powers to make your experience on the Rim a little more grimdark. So for those of you who don't know what 40k is, it's the setting for a long-running and popular series of war games, tabletop RPGs, video games, and numerous fan videos. A dark sci-fi setting where humanity is fighting for survival against alien and demonic threats. Oh, and orcs. Lots and lots of orcs. Definitely not for the faint of heart, but hey, makes for good modding materials given the setting. Let's begin with the classic Astra Militarium core mod. This mod gives you a lot of Imperium of Man stuff, ranging from new turrets, guns, armor, and heck, even custom traits and furniture just to make your playthrough that much more authentic. But wait, there is more. There are two more add-ons directly for this, the Servo Skull add-on and the Faction add-on. Servo Skulls are a little robot that can help you out around the base. The more advanced the skull, the faster, the more jobs it can do. With factions, you now have fitting opponents, traitor guards who fell to heresy, Tyranids who are a threat to everyone on the planet, and of course Chaos Space Marines who, well, follow Chaos. Yeah, they want your skull for the Skull Throne. These three mods are extremely good for just a base Warhammer experience, but lucky for us, they aren't the only ones we can play with. You might have noticed that there are missing another important human faction. Don't you worry, I didn't forget about Adeptus Mechanisms, the legendary tech priests of Mars. The Adeptus Mechanisms armory will provide you with everything you need to go from weak human to powerful cyborg. Throw away your weak flesh for awesome cybernetics, perfect for the transhumanists in the colony. Oh, and this mod goes with the previously mentioned Astra Militarium mod. And like that mod, it includes more add-ons, like the Mago Xenobiologists mod, which as implies adds in horrible xeno threats to your game, like demonic incursions, nasty green-skinned orcs who want to chop your head off. Oh, and more terrifyingly enough, robotic space Egyptians in the form of Necron. That's not the only other race in here, but come on. Hard to top robotic space Egyptians who can exterminate all organic life from the planet. Now I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not going to tell you how I keep my hair looking this fabulous. Also, yes, you can play the non-human races, with the Xenobiologists add-on mods giving you the ability to play as the space elves, Eldari, the one fighting for the greater god Tau. Oh, and of course, Orc, cause it ain't a fun time till the Orcs begin the war. Each of these mods include tech and weaponry fitting for each of these Xeno races, great for role-playing, or perhaps you just feel like being a Xeno heretic. Personally, my writer likes the Orcs, who could blame him. You literally grow your colony and just arm them with a chopper and point at what you want dead. It's great. It's wonderful. Beautiful. Welcome to my favorite sponsor, Skillshare. This month I spend more time digging through Photoshop classes to help me get a better understanding of Photoshop, because it's complicated, and settled on design gaming thumbnails in Photoshop by reverse cuts from Master Media School. This class showed me how to make my thumbnails more impactful, and I feel that I am getting better every day. We have been working with these people for a long time, and I'm certain if you are feeling like chasing a passion, they'll have what you need. The first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get their first month free on me. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. So a long time ago, there was a modder by the name of Spencer who made a bunch of 40k mods, mostly arms and armor. Luckily for us, another modder made the unofficial updates for 1.4. Now we get to have the ships of the Imperium, perfect for long distance raiding. The gear of the Inquisition, go drop down and hunt down heretics. If you need help of the sexy variety, get the armor of the Sisters of Battle. Seriously, they are like Catholic nuns with guns. Finally, the Astrades in both Imperium and Chaos flavor. Big, tanky, and badass, these behemoths will be the one to lead the charge, especially with their gene seeds. Of course, you could use the gene seeds mod, or perhaps you could try the next mod to further enhance your troops. For those not in the know, gene seeds are the key to making a space marine. Think of them as a way to make a normal human into a proper demigod. It's a little more complicated, but looking into the lore, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So to use this mod, you will need to either start off with a space marine and harvest gene seeds from them, or, you know, go to war with factions of space marines and realize what a big mistake that was. Pawns with the gene seed will be perfect soldiers, hard to kill and ready for a good fight. But hey, if you aren't one of the space marines and want to do some psychic shenanigans, this mod includes support with vanilla expanded psycasting to let you go down the psycaster path. Last time we talked about this mod, all we had was sanctioned and chaos psycasting, but now we got specific demonic faction casting. Great for role playing, and this mod is still being updated. Can't wait to see more since it feels balanced to Rimworld, but at the same time lets you in the end be the badass you want. Right, there are still plenty of mods to talk about, especially in terms of Space Marine armor. Everyone everyone wants the armor, and ever since the vanilla expanded pirates included a war casket, well, people went and used that to make their own Astrades chapter. So with that, we have the war casket Adeptus Astrades mod, giving you a nice selection of different types of Space Marine armor. This also comes with plenty of sweet weapons like the Bolter Powers. If you want something a little more heretical, the Farsight Astrades mod, since this mod has Tau Reverse Engineering Space Marine armor for one of their own. This one is perfect for longer range encounters, but what did you not expect from the Xenos, who can barely take a hit up close and personal? Finally, the Grey Knight's armor, which actually doesn't actually need the war caskets. This stuff looks awesome. Looks like a knight in shining armor, all with the 2 tank worth of metal for armor. Rounding out the list of armors, we have the Dreadnought, the type of armor I'm gonna assume the war caskets are emulating. In the lore of 40k, Dreadnoughts are used by Space Marines who are crippled from battle. Yeah, that's right, it's a literal walking tomb to keep them in the game, and all they have on their mind is attack, attack, attack. Can't see why I said that, and these ones look great. Though speaking of large amounts of metal used for tank-like things, we have tanks. Yeah, Rimworld has a tank mod, and in the Imperium tanks are an important tool on the battlefield. I mean, how else is the Commissar supposed to get in close to sword someone to death? Best part about these tanks, they don't actually need a pilot to control them, just draft them and have them go to town. If you want something more subtle, try the Vindicare armor mod. Comes with the armor and Exodus rifle, which is perfect for honorable long-range kills for the Imperium. Also, fun fact, they do not in fact love Alderai, and if you imply otherwise, they can and will take you out faster than you can say fanfiction. Finally, to end this list, we have Sparky's list of Grimworld mods to give you a somewhat vanilla-like playthrough of the 40k setting. This includes a great texture pack, a new race, the Ogryn, which are basically what happens when you have a bunch of mutated giants. Give them the personality of a 6-year-old. Great for hitting things, not so great for everything else. I do like the weapon pack. Like all the previous mods, you have different flavors of melee and ranged weaponry. The ranged options have auto guns or the classic flashlights of the Imperium that are the las guns. All in all, a great set of mods for a lighter style playthrough. Hope to see more like this from you, Sparky. I'm surprised by the amount of mods based on this franchise. Might have to look into other franchises if this video does well. I know it made my writer happy to look into these mods on top of an excuse to find 40k memes. If you want to make more mods in this setting, I recommend it. Plenty of untapped potential, and more mods on the workshop is always great for everyone. I'd like to thank all the patrons that helped us make this video. I couldn't do it without you.